Welcome to Mindfulness in Life, your space for daily calm, clarity, and mindful living. In this video, we will help you learn how mindfulness can help you get better without medication. Mindfulness as a natural remedy. In modern life, it's easy to think the answer to emotional pain or sleepless nights is a pill. We live in a pill-prescribing culture where stress, anxiety, and sleep disturbances are often treated first with medication. Yet there's another path that's widely available, free, and gentle: mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of bringing attention to the present moment, is not a quick fix or a substitute for necessary medical care. But for many everyday mental and physical complaints, regular mindfulness practice acts like a natural medicine that reduces suffering and strengthens resilience. When we say mindfulness as medicine, we don't mean replacing all treatments. Serious medical conditions require doctors and appropriate therapies. But for stress, mild to moderate anxiety, sleep problems, and tension-related pain, mindfulness is a powerful, evidence-based approach backed by decades of research. People who practice mindfulness learn to observe their thoughts and emotions without getting pulled into them. They notice tension in the body, the speed of their breath, the landscape of their inner life, and they respond rather than react. This ability to pause creates a space where healing can begin. Instead of automatically reaching for a pill to quiet a racing mind or numb an ache, you can pause, breathe, and allow your system to reset. Small, repeated acts of attention strengthen the nervous system's capacity to downregulate stress. Over time, that makes a measurable difference in sleep, mood, pain perception, and overall well-being. If you're curious, think of mindfulness as a hygiene practice for your nervous system, like brushing your teeth, but for your mind and body. It's simple to begin: slow breath, a gentle body check-in, or a short walk with attention. These practices don't cost money, and they can be adapted to even the busiest schedules. In this video we'll explore why mindfulness works, how it affects the nervous system, practical habits to replace dependence on pills for everyday complaints, and short practices you can start today. Let's begin by looking under the hood: how mindfulness influences the body and the brain. How mindfulness affects the nervous system and healing. To understand how mindfulness can reduce the need for medication in some cases, we need to look at the nervous system. Our stress response, the fight-slash-flight system, evolved to solve immediate threats. But in modern life, it often stays switched on. Deadlines, ongoing worry, chronic pain, and disrupted sleep keep the body producing stress hormones that wear us down. Mindfulness practice directly influences the autonomic nervous system. When we breathe slowly and place attention on the body, we stimulate the parasympathetic branch, the rest and digest system. That produces measurable physiological effects. Heart rate slows, breathing becomes deeper and steadier, and muscles relax. Over repeated practice, these calm state responses become easier to access even outside formal practice times. On a brain level, mindfulness strengthens regions associated with self-regulation and executive control, especially the prefrontal cortex, while reducing reactivity in the amygdala, the area that triggers fear and threat responses. This neural shift helps people pause before reacting to stress, reduces rumination, and improves emotional balance. Stress hormones like cortisol are lowered by consistent mindfulness practice. Lower cortisol leads to better sleep, improved immune function, and reduced inflammation throughout the body. This means that, for many people, sleep disturbances and tension-related pain respond well to a mindfulness-based approach, sometimes reducing the need for short-term medications. It's important to emphasize, mindfulness doesn't make medical conditions vanish. Instead, it supports the body's natural healing capacities and often reduces symptoms that people reach for medications to manage. It empowers people to regulate their nervous system, improve sleep, and reduce reactive patterns that perpetuate anxiety and depression. This biological basis explains why mindfulness programs have been adopted in clinics, schools, and workplaces as an effective adjunct to conventional care. Later in this video we'll cover simple practices you can use daily to build this nervous system resilience. Mindfulness shifts habits and lifestyle. Mindfulness is not only a formal practice on a cushion, it is a way of living that gradually shifts habits and choices. Many of the problems we attempt to manage with pills, poor sleep, overeating, opioid or sedative dependence, are tied to routines and automatic behaviors. Mindfulness gives us the space to interrupt those patterns and choose differently. Start with small, practical changes. Eat mindfully, slow down, notice textures and flavors, and tune into hunger and fullness cues. Many people who practice mindful eating report fewer cravings and more stable energy throughout the day. Move mindfully. Walking with attention reduces stress and offers gentle exercise for body and mind. Instead of hurried treadmill cardio fueled by dread or exhaustion, mindful movement is restorative. Create micro-habits, a 2-minute breathing break before bed, a single mindful breath before an important call, a short body scan when you feel tension. These tiny practices accumulate. Over weeks, they change the default mode of the mind from reactivity to presence. That directly reduces the behaviors that often prompt medication, reaching for a sleeping pill after a sleepless night, or relying on painkillers for stress-induced headaches. Another key area is digital hygiene. Constant notifications and late-night screen time disrupt sleep and amplify anxiety. Mindfulness encourages intentional use, putting the phone away during meals and designating a wind-down routine each evening. Add journaling. A simple nightly reflection reduces rumination, prevents spiraling thoughts, and helps the mind close down naturally. Ultimately, lifestyle shifts supported by mindfulness are sustainable and empowering. Rather than feeling dependent on external aids, people reclaim agency over their health. Better sleep, more regulated moods, less physical tension, and a reduced need for medication for everyday complaints. Simple mindfulness practices to start today. Here are practical, evidence-based mindfulness practices you can begin today. Each is simple, portable, and requires no equipment. 3-minute breathing space. Sit comfortably. For 1 minute, notice whatever is present. For the second minute, gently focus on the breath. For the third minute, expand awareness to the body as a whole. This short practice creates instant regulation and is ideal between meetings or before bed. Body scan, 8 to 12 minutes. Lie down or sit comfortably. Move attention slowly from the crown of the head down to the toes, noticing sensations without judgment. This practice releases muscular tension and trains non-reactive awareness. Mindful walking, 5 to 10 minutes. Walk at a moderated pace. Notice the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the shifting balance of the body, the breath, and the sounds around you. Walking anchors the mind without forcing stillness. Loving kindness, metta, practice, 5 minutes. Silently repeat phrases such as, "May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I live with ease." Then extend those wishes to loved ones, acquaintances, and finally to all beings. This practice increases positive effect and reduces social isolation. Sleep wind down ritual, 10 to 15 minutes. Turn off screens, dim lights, and do 2 minutes of slow belly breathing followed by a short body scan. If intrusive thoughts come, note them and return to the breath. Consistent wind down routines improve sleep latency and quality. You don't need to master these practices before you see benefits. Start with one micro practice and commit to it for 2 weeks. Notice small shifts. Sleep starts arriving easier, headaches may lessen, and moments of agitation become shorter. Over time, these practices reshape the body's response to stress, helping you rely less on medication for common, stress-related complaints. A sustainable path to health. Mindfulness is not a miracle cure that instantly erases every symptom. But for many common conditions, chronic stress, sleep disruption, tension-related pain, mild anxiety and depressive symptoms, mindfulness is a safe, accessible, and sustainable tool. It strengthens the body's own capacity to regulate, reduces reliance on short-term pharmacological fixes, and empowers people to participate actively in their recovery. If you decide to integrate mindfulness into your life, start with curiosity and compassion. Expect ups and downs. Some days practice feels effortless, other days it feels like work. Keep showing up. The benefits are cumulative and often subtle at first: better sleep, calmer mornings, fewer headaches, and a greater ability to be present with loved ones. Remember that mindfulness complements medical care. If you're taking medication or have a diagnosed condition, consult your healthcare provider before making changes to your treatment plan. Mindfulness is powerful, but it is usually most effective when combined with appropriate medical guidance. Finally, make a simple commitment: practice 10 minutes a day for 7 days. Notice what changes. If your sleep improves, your mood steadies, or your tension decreases, consider extending your practice. Over months, you may find you need fewer quick-fix solutions and feel more at home in your own life. Letting go of the idea that pills are the only way to feel okay is liberating. Mindfulness offers a sustainable, human-centered route to health, one breath at a time.